I'm going to tell you about Storytailors. This is one of our new games. It's by Wilfred Marie IV. It's for children from 6 years and up, 2 to 6 players, and about 20 minutes of playtime. So the main attraction of the game is a storybook that has these little pockets inside that you can insert cards into. And you will be reading a story and choosing the characters for this story. So there are two types of cards, the story cards and the animal cards. So as we read the story, we encounter characters, and we will be choosing secretly these characters from the animal cards in our hand, and we will be then voting for the best character for the book. So your goal is to move the furthest along the track. Each player has their own player token, and I will show you how we move in a minute. So we read the first card of the story. Each player receives 5 cards with animals, secretly of course, as well as a set of voting tokens.
No, actually we need
So
3.
I'll be green.
Yeah. So we're going to try to involve our BGG friends from California to join the game. Since we cannot pass the cards directly for the distance, we're going to play on our side with 3 players, but Lincoln and Nikki will be part of the game by choosing and voting for the cards. Just Nikki, can you tell us which kind of tokens you're going to use? So we'll take the other ones. So which colors you choose for your voting
We've
tokens?
got green and purple.
Okay, so green and purple reserved for Lincoln and Nikki. And we take, I will take orange. Okay, so white.
I'll be pink.
So, okay, orange, white.
Just be fitting my shirt here, which is good.
We'll explain the base game and play a few rounds. And when we talk a bit more about extension, basically, which is the newest part of the line, because the game was out last year. So it's not completely new. I mean, some of you already know it and maybe even localize it. But as I said, it's a big success for us. So it was a high demand for extension. It's already being printed for France and for Russia. That's the first markets we are usually launching. So, okay, back to explanation.
Okay, so we have the story cards with a story. We read the first card and insert it inside the little pocket we have here. So
we can show you the close-up of the card. Well, it's just text. So let me read it to you because I'm not sure if you can see it that well. The story is called The Kind-Hearted King. Once upon a time, when animals ruled the world and monkeys did not yet turn into humans, there lived a kind-hearted king. He reigned over his kingdom wisely and never quarreled with the neighboring kings. His subjects lived in peace and prosperity and always came to the king for advice. Now, the character we're choosing right now, and the first one is chosen randomly, is highlighted here in bold print. It's Kind-Hearted King. So let's see who's the king in this story.
Yeah. The first card is random. So
okay, so I picked this
oh my
rainforest.
god.
Yeah, okay, so it's kind of there's a funny combination you can get, but there's no voting yet. So now we have a story, and there is a kind-hearted king, which is a worm, somehow.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, and now we turn the page, and the real game begins because we now read the second card.
So take the second card and read
the
text on the second card.
So, page 2 of the story. In such a kingdom, the guards had little to do, and the chief guard was often bored. One particularly boring day, he decided he'd make a better sovereign than the kind king. So he dethroned the king and sent him away. Then he crowned himself. As you can see, it's a kid's fairy tale, of course, but there are some exciting. That's Game of Thrones kind of stuff.
The chief guard is the character we're going to. The chief guard is the one we're going to choose now. So every player, basically, this is the real gameplay. We look at our cards and choose secretly the card which we think is the best fit for the chief guard. So they put them on a table and without seeing. So okay, Lincoln and Nikki cannot give us their cards, so there will be only 3 cards on the table for now. If we play in 5, so there will be going to be 5 cards.
So we shuffle the cards and then we place the cards beneath the scoring track so that every card corresponds to one symbol. And these symbols are on your voting tokens. So if you want to vote for the card under the snowflake, you need to take
Face down.
the token with the snowflake and place it face down first, because we do not reveal the tokens at first. So everybody needs to vote first.
And actually, you cannot vote for yourself.
You cannot vote for your own card, and keep in mind this is a chief guard who dethroned the king. So it's a
So
not a very good.
At this point, this game can be played in several different ways. We are showing you the competitive way.
Yeah.
There's co-op another version, and I must say that if you play with children, there's a very nice, with small children way. Then you actually do not vote and do not do this stuff. But we are grown up, so we're going to vote, of course. As you explain, and you ask children to explain why they choose this card, and there's like a nice discussion about the way, like, okay, look at this, and this my card is really the best king guard. Sorry, because it's so evil and so on. But okay, we're going to what? So we choose one token secretly, and we put it face down. And Nikki and Lincoln also doing that, so we don't see what you do. And now, so you have to choose 2.
But do we want the guys in the chat to also?
Yeah, we suggested guys to the chat. You can write down whatever your suggestion. I hope you see more or less clearly.
And I want to show them some close-ups.
So please don't mix them.
No, we won't mix them.
So we have
So here are the candidates for the chief guard, who's a traitor essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, the shark, this guy,
upside down again,
and the pigeon.
Why they upside
are
down?
Are they upside down again? Okay.
So now put them back, and we're going to. You can write in the chat which one you prefer to be the.
This was here.
Yeah.
And this was here.
So now we reveal our tokens. Lincoln and Nikki, are you ready with your voting? So we need to see your voting tokens somehow. Can you show them on the screen or whatever? Yeah. Okay. So this goes here. Can you find them? Okay. This was the violet was for the flower, and. This was
with the middle.
In the middle, yeah. The green one was in the middle, yeah. Correct.
Yes, yeah, the middle one.
So here goes here. Okay, so 3-2, the evil shark wins.
Yeah.
And who's the owner of the evil shark? Who's the owner?
This is me.
So Paulina is the one who get the shark. So she gets 3 points for herself. And actually, everyone who voted for the correct card gets 1 point.
Also gets 1 point for voting for the most popular card.
So this is yours?
That's mine, yeah.
So you don't get any 1 point. And then people who get the extra vote for their cards, which is yours.
What do you mean? I do get 1 point because I voted for the shark.
This is one.
This is my card.
Yeah, okay. So you get 2 more points.
Yeah.
So I'm behind. That's not nice. But this is okay. So the winner of the voting is the shark. So Paulina has a.
So I take this card and I insert it inside the pocket.
So the child winner is going to insert it into the.
Yes. And the interesting thing is that as you read the story, you can see all the characters here and the little icon with the animal that was chosen. So when you finish,
I can show it on the
So basically, you don't have to remember. I mean, as you play along, you have a small reminder which characters are already in the game because it's important. So the rest.
And at the end of the game, you can recollect the story with the children and try to tell it again.
Yeah. So basically, then you have a full book with all the characters. So let's try one more time. Tom, can you please read the next one?
Yes.
So everyone can get a new card to replace.
Yes.
Sighing heavily, the defeated king went away. Soon he met a peasant, his loyal subject. The peasant sheltered the king and asked about his misfortune. The king, it turned out, had nothing left except for an old castle at the kingdom edge, now decrepit. The peasant then suggested they restore the castle and found a new kingdom. So we're looking for a peasant who is the loyal subject of the king.
Okay, so a loyal peasant. Okay,
Here's my
I have
loyal
a good one.
peasant.
I have a good one. I have to recover after this shark stuff.
Yeah, mine's also great.
Shuffle the cards again,
So
and
basically, it's the same process now.
yes.
Let's show them there maybe first.
Yeah, okay. So
Not
that's
upside down this
peasant
time.
number 1, peasant number
it's,
2,
you know-
peasant number 3.
Okay, so please get acquainted with the peasants. we
Yes.
have.
Well, I'll put them here.
Actually,
Okay.
we need to scroll down for comments. Can you ask our stage guy here to scroll down on the screen because we don't
No,
see.
I think that they actually scroll down
this-
automatically if the new ones appear.
But
Yes.
there's something. Okay, so now we're going to watch the voting. Oh, loyal peasant.
Again, no voting for yourself.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to choose.
Even if you really want to,
Yeah.
because
If you
your
really
card
like
is
the
the
card,
best.
you
Yeah,
still
okay,
have to
okay.
vote for someone else.
Okay, let's choose. It's a difficult choice. Okay, so Nikki, Lincoln, are you ready with your voting?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so let's reveal then. So okay, what's going on here? Oh, we need your voice. To
Yeah,
vote
we
because
need-
we are completely even.
So we have one flower, I believe,
One
and
flower?
one. Lincoln, Nikki, what do you have? Is it a snowflake,
Snowflake.
or?
Snowflake.
Snowflake
Yep.
for Nikki.
So we have a two. Is a draw.
It's
So-
it's a tie.
And
Sorry.
purple is twice.
Ah, sorry, I put the wrong color. Which was one? Okay, so-
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now actually, if it's a draw, then the smallest child supposed to choose. I think so. It's Palina definitely is the one to choose the right one. So which one you like more?
I voted for this one, so I choose a frog.
Okay, well, it should have chosen another one. Stop you. Okay, so we're going
But
to.
I don't get
assign-
any additional points for that. Just
No,
so
but
you understand,
basically,
I'm
Artur
just
will
glad
take
that my
two
card
point-
will
2 points
become the
for
character.
that, and then white and green. Okay, there's no green at once. But this is my card, so at least I get 2 points, so it's not so bad. I'm still behind, but not that much behind. Okay, so we put in the. So you put the frog.
Yes, you put the frog
in
inside the pocket, and
And
basically the game continues like this
Yeah.
until you read the whole story until the end and
But actually
choose
it's-
all the characters.
Actually, it's only we played 2 rounds, but we need 1, 2, and
more rounds.
3 more rounds, and then in the end you have a card which is just
end of the
without
story.
voting. Yeah, it's the end of the story, so you know how it ends. But we'll not play till the end, so we still have some interest to know what happens in the end.
And the player who moved the furthest along the track becomes the winner. But there's, as well as a competitive mode, there is a cooperative mode where the only tokens you take is 1 token for yourself and 1 token for the game. And your goal is to choose the same card with as many votes as possible. So you need to try to vote for the same character. If you manage to do that, you move up on the track. If you don't, then the game moves up on the track. And at the end of 5 rounds, the one who moves the furthest wins. So it's either the players or the game.
So basically, you have to be on the same wavelength. So the idea, if you cop mod, that you can vote for any card, but you try to be on the same wavelength. Artyom.
Yep.
And as well as the base game, we have an extension out.
Okay.
We have an extension out. It's called Storytailors New Adventures Await. And it has 30 more animal cards for a game, so more to choose from. And it has more stories. As well as that, there are empty cards. So you can write your own story on the empty cards and choose the characters for your story. So
That's
there,
not very exciting. They're just empty,
Yeah.
but
yes, there's enough.
but
actually-
the reason they're there is very exciting because you can create your own stuff.
Yes, and
Yeah.
there are enough cards for your
Perhaps
own
you can give me
stories.
some cards with the animals so that I can show
Yeah,
at least a
sure.
couple from the
So
expansion.
basically, the extension is supposed to be played used to only together with the base game, and as I said, as
Yeah.
Pauline explained, there are new stories and new animals, and it's blank cards to make your own stuff. I also want to add that it's a kind of there's a marketing idea attached to it because once we got the game on the market, we already seen players really not only loving it but creating their own stories from the start. So there was a kind of demand for this stuff. People wanted to create them and to put them in game, and it's much easier if you have real cards to write on. And so now you can do it, but actually you can also run some kind of contest for social media, whatever, for your festivals once they are back offline. To make some contest for best story created by players, parents with children. It's really nice. Again, it happens automatically, but the people do create stories, so we can have the like special cards for them, and we encourage our partners to use this as a potential promotion, which is quite easy to. I mean, it's user-created content. Like it's
Also, because of the extension, we adjusted the tray insert of the box, of the base box, so that it can fit the cards from the extension. So you can put everything in the same box.
Yep. So it's you
nice.
can take everything together. On the, as I said, the base game it's already available and localized in many countries. It's doing very very well. I said it's get some prizes already, and the more importantly, the sales are really great. So we had on the markets where it's already launched, like in France, as I mentioned already, we have several reprints in during actually it was launched this year, so it
And
was
the
end of
game-
last year.
The game won the prize for the best children's game by the Association of Shop Owners in France.
Yeah, so it's one of the important awards. So as I said, we have several reprints in France already in this year, and in Russia we're reprinting the game as well. And so it's doing very well, and many countries join it. But if you don't take a look, the price point for the extension is €12, so it's quite accessible, let's say.
Yeah.
But again, you can buy it together or order it separately later.